What up, everybody? Blaze One Sports, and today we're reporting on the 2021 NBA draft that happened a couple days ago. It is the 75th draft to take place, and with the number one pick, Detroit basketball. Detroit Pistons select Cade Cunningham, just in case if you haven't heard, the guard out of Oklahoma State. Cade Cunningham goes number one. He was expected to go number one this whole time. He's a good guard slash forward, looking to turn Detroit around. Detroit has a lot of holes. They're going to need more players, but it's a start. Detroit Pistons with the number one pick select Cade Cunningham as expected. The number two pick, the Houston Rockets, they select a guard out of the G League, Ignite, Jalen Green. So the Rockets with the number two pick select Jalen Green, guard out of the G League. Number three pick, Cavaliers, as expected, they select the center out of USC, Evan Mobley. He's supposed to be like a Chris Bosh type. I liked Mobley. The Rockets didn't really need a forward, big man, and the Pistons, they kind of, or whatever. But Cade Cunningham was expected number one. To me, I would have probably went with Mobley number one, but that's whatever. So the Cavaliers strengthen up their front court. They got Evan Mobley to go along with Dudley and Kevin Love, who will probably they'll probably get rid of Love before the season starts. So they got Dudley, and then they draft with the number third pick. The Cleveland Cavaliers select Evan Mobley, the center out of SC. Cavaliers still looking to move Sexton. With the number four pick, the Raptors, kind of a surprise, select Scotty Barnes, forward out of Florida State. Many are saying they got Barnes so they can get rid of Siakam now, trade him. They weren't. People weren't sure if Suggs was going to go before Barnes, and I guess Suggs was the popular pick to go before Barnes. But the Raptors, with the number four pick, select Scotty Barnes, forward out of Florida State, and the Raptors just today lost Kyle Lowry to free agency to the Miami Heat. With the number five pick, the Orlando Magic select the guard out of Gonzaga, Jalen Suggs. He was another can't miss prospect in the draft. Cunningham, Mobley, Barnes, and Suggs. With the number six pick, the Thunder select Josh Giddey, guard out of Adelaide. Giddey is a good what do you say a good guard who gets people involved, gets the game going, runs the court, doesn't really score a lot of high points, but gets assists, runs the floor. He's a tall guard. A lot of people think that the Thunder reached a little bit for Giddey, that he went a little bit too soon. But if your guy's there on the board, then you grab him. So what do you guys think about that? Josh Giddey going number six to the Thunder. He's a guard. Was it an early pick? It's whatever. Number seven, the Warriors select Jonathan Kuminga, forward out of the G League. And many people thought that the Warriors would trade this pick, or they drafted him to trade him in the future before the season starts. We'll have to see. But the Warriors are already stacked. Why would they want more? I mean, with the team they got right now on paper, they should win the championship every year. They got Stephen Curry, All-Star guard, future Hall of Famer. Klay Thompson, future guard, future Hall of Famer, All-Star. Then you got Andrew Wiggins, who's a guard slash forward, who was projected to be the next Michael Jordan. And he really hasn't lived up to it, but he's got a good game. They just got to unleash him. He's an all-star. Should be an all-star. And then you got Draymond Green, who the Warriors should trade. And then they got Wiseman. So you really don't have any room to bring any more people, any all-stars onto your team like they wanted Damian Lillard. That would have been stupid because they already got a ton of guards. And how many balls do they? There's only one ball to go around, so they should keep both of their draft picks and just work them into the rotation. That would be the smart thing. So number seven, the Warriors select Jonathan Kuminga, forward out of the G League. He's a raw talent. People say he's not ready to play right now, but you never know until you put him in. and people were expecting the Warriors to pick players that are ready right now, but that's whatever. Kuminga is going to be good with the Warriors. Number 8, the Magic with their second pick Franz Wagner, guard out of Michigan. His brother plays in the NBA. So Franz Wagner, guard out of Michigan. Number 8 goes to the Magic. Number 9, the Kings select Davion Mitchell, guard out of Baylor. The Kings still looking to move Buddy Hield. You know, the Kings got 2 good point guards. They got De'Aaron Fox and his backup they drafted last year. Buddy Hield's a good player. I don't know. He puts up like 30 points a game. Maybe he's not a good fit for the team. So, number 9, the Kings select Davion Mitchell, guard out of Baylor. Number 10, the Grizzlies select Zaire Williams, forward out of Stanford. Number 11, the Hornets got James Bouknight, guard out of Connecticut. I thought the Warriors would have drafted him, and I thought he would have went sooner. But the Hornets are definitely looking better to go with Melo. They got James Bouknight, getting younger, stronger. Spurs at number 12 select Joshua Primo, guard out of Alabama. Look for DeMar DeRozan to get moved. Number 13, the Pacers, Chris Duarte, guard out of Oregon. Number 14, the Warriors with their second pick in the first round select Moses Moody, guard out of Arkansas. Number 15, the Wizards select Corey Crisp, forward out of Gonzaga. 16, the Rockets, Alperen Sengun, center out of Bistaskas. He has a potential to be a real good player, and I heard he was like an all-star at the age of 18 in his overseas. So he could be still in the draft. We'll have to wait and see. 17, the Pelicans, Trey Murphy, guard out of Virginia. 18, the Thunder, Trey Mann, guard out of Florida. 19, with the Hornets' second pick in the first round, Kai Jones, forward out of Texas. 20, the Hawks, Jalen Johnson, forward out of Duke. 21, the Clippers, Keon Johnson, guard out of Tennessee. 22, the Pacers select Isaiah Jackson, forward out of Kentucky. 23, the Rockets, Usman Garuba, forward out of Real Madrid. And 24, the Rockets select again Josh Christopher, guard out of Arizona State. 25, the Knicks select Quentin Grimes, guard out of Houston. 26, the Nuggets, Nah'Shon Hyland, guard out of Virginia Commonwealth. 27, the Nets select Cameron Thomas, guard out of LSU. 28, the Sixers select Jaden Springer, guard out of Tennessee. 29, Daron Sharp goes to the Nets, center out of North Carolina. And number 30, the Grizzlies select Santi Aldama, forward out of Loyola, Maryland. That was the complete first round. Really no shockers there. Maybe Houston getting the overseas player. Barnes going before Suggs, but nothing really major. In the second round, the first pick goes to the Wizards. They get Isaiah Todd, forward out of the G League. Second pick in the second round, the Thunder get Jeremiah Robinson Earl, forward out of Villanova. The third pick, the Clippers select Jason Preston, guard out of Ohio. The fourth pick, the Knicks select Rokas Jakobutis, guard out of Zagros, Kansas. Number 5, the Pelicans select Herbert Jones, guard out of Alabama. Number 6, the Knicks select Miles McBride, guard out of West Virginia. The Hornets with the 7th pick get JT Thor, forward out of Auburn. JT Thor could be a sneaky good player. Kind of went under the radar. I thought he would have went in the first round. Look for him to play good this year. Be a surprise player. Number 8, the Bulls select Ayo Dosunmu, guard out of Illinois. 9, the Kings Neemias Queta, center out of Utah State. 10, the Jazz select Jared Butler, guard out of Baylor. And Joe Wieskamp, guard out of Iowa, goes to the Spurs at 11. 12, the Pistons select Isaiah Livers, Florida out of Michigan. 13, Trailblazers, Greg Brown, forward out of Texas. 14, the Nets, Kessler Edwards, forward out of Pepperdine. 15, Celtics, Juwan Bergen, guard out of Paris basketball. 16 and 17 go to the Raptors. Delano Banton out of Nebraska and David Johnson out of Louisville, both guards. Sharif Cooper goes to the Hawks, guard out of Auburn. The 76ers the Nets with 19th pick, Marcus Zagorski, guard out of Creighton. 20, the Sixers get Philip Petrusev, Gonzaga forward. 21, the Clippers BJ Boston, guard out of Kentucky. 22, the Pistons get Luka Garza, the center. And people are kind of surprised he fell that low. Overseas player. He's expected to help the Pistons win and to go along with Cade Cunningham. So the Pistons had a pretty good draft. 76ers at the 23rd pick in the second round. Charles Bassey, center out of Western Kentucky. The Bucks pick Sandro Moscovili, center out of Seton Hall. The Thunder get Aaron Wiggins, guard out of Maryland. 26, the Hornets Scotty Lewis, guard out of Florida. 27, the Pistons get Balza Koprovic, center out of Florida State. 28, the Knicks get Jericho Sims, forward out of Texas. 29, the Nets get Raekwon Gray, Florida State forward. So that was both rounds of the 2021 NBA draft, the 75th draft to take place. Unfortunately, my Miami Heat did not have any picks. That is too bad. We're doing good in free agency right now, though. About to drop that free agency video either tonight or tomorrow. The Heat are winning in the free agency. Kyle Lowry, a couple other players, PJ Tucker. Lakers picking up some old vets too, so we'll have to see what happens. So what do you guys think of the 2021 NBA draft? Did your team get the players you wanted? Did they reach? Who won the draft and who lost the draft? Did you guys watch? What do you guys think? Thoughts, comments, questions, opinions in the comment section. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Blaze One Sports.